Who do you have in the World Series?
Well, as broadcaster, I have the Dodgers and the Rays.
Who do you
And
think's going to win between the
as a
Dodgers and the
broadcaster, I don't make those predictions. But I will tell you this: I will tell you between the two teams, I still maintain. I know it's well documented that the Rays hit homers and strike out a lot. Maybe don't have the highest batting average, and the Dodgers are the opposite offense. I still think that when it comes down to two great teams, two best records in baseball, I think the team that puts the ball in play the most is going to win. I really do. It has been that case for the last 15 to 19 years.
Yeah.
The Rays have a chance to buck the trend. I think they're the top third. I think they're third most strikeouts in all of baseball. They have a chance to win a World Series in that category that we haven't seen in 20 years.
Now, when the shift happens and the third base line is open, and all you have to do is lay down a bunt, John.
Yeah.
Why don't guys do that?
It's not. There's no reward for them. The clubs don't want them to do it. It's not because they can't do it. It's just that there is no emphasis on that being a priority. When the game has the ball in the air for homers and strikeouts and walks, that's what you're promoting. That's what the guys are perfecting. Look, velocity is the way it is. People will say, well, it's just not that hard. I mean, it's just not that easy. Anything that you practice is easier than if you try to do it when you've never done it before. And I think that's the difference. And when you have situations, I get nervous in the booth. I'm not pitching anymore. I get nervous in the booth in the 8th or 9th inning and see that and go, I could potentially lose a game on that, a swing by accident. But when you have the numbers that show and the players just unwillingly do it, then there's no real risk in the club defending the way they're defending.
Man. It's just it's just a different game. It's crazy. It
is. There were some situations in this series where you saw the bunt come into play more than ever. The Braves tried it a couple times. The play that the first and third with one out or less is you can't defend it. You just impossible to defend the safety bunt. You just can't defend it, and nobody really has that up their sleeve yet. Hasn't practiced that for. It's like the NBA team that doesn't play defense in regular season. And you go, okay, play defense in the postseason. Well, that ain't going to happen. You are what you are, and you have to be able to maximize the guys in their position. The most I've ever been shocked is that runners on first and second, and most clubs are teaching the guy, get the ball off the ground. They do not hit the ball on the ground because they'd rather you strike out than hit into a double play, have 2 outs versus 1 out. So that's just the way it is, and players have learned to adjust accordingly.